Something about Stranger Things feels real in a way that is hard to explain. The fear feels heavy, the silence feels tense, the danger feels close. What most viewers do not know is that this feeling did not come only from good acting or special effects. Many dark moments behind the scenes were very real. Before we go deeper, take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps this kind of content reach more people who enjoy hidden stories from film and television. Now let's begin. One of the darkest facts about Stranger Things is how intense the filming schedule really was. Many scenes were filmed late at night, in cold weather, and in uncomfortable places. Long hours became normal. Exhaustion became part of the job. When people are tired, fear feels stronger, and that tiredness often shows on screen. The children on the show were young when filming started. Long days, heavy emotions, and high pressure were not easy to handle. Even when cameras stopped rolling, the stress did not always disappear. Learning lines, hitting marks, and repeating emotional scenes again and again takes a real toll, especially at a young age. Some of the scariest scenes were filmed in almost complete darkness. Actors could not always see where they were walking. They had to trust the crew and the environment. This created real fear, not the kind that comes from imagination, but the kind that comes from not knowing what is around you. The Upside Down looks unreal on screen, but parts of it were built as real sets. Thick fog, tight spaces, and low light made it hard to breathe and move. Standing still for long takes while surrounded by smoke and noise caused discomfort and stress. The danger felt real because, in many ways, it was. Cold was another constant problem. Many scenes were filmed during winter or in cold water. Wet clothes, freezing air, and long takes pushed actors to their limits. Shivering had to be controlled. Teeth had to stop shaking. Fear on screen sometimes came from real physical discomfort. Some scenes required actors to scream again and again. Screaming is not harmless. It strains the voice and the body. After many takes, pain becomes normal. The emotion becomes harder to reach, but the expectation stays the same. Pushing through that pressure is not easy. There were also moments when injuries happened. Nothing extreme, but small accidents were common. Slipping, bumping into props, or falling during action scenes left bruises and soreness. These moments were rarely talked about, but they were part of the process. Another dark fact is how secretive the production was. Scripts were protected, scenes were hidden. Actors often did not know what would happen next in the story. This created tension, but also anxiety. Not knowing your character's future can feel exciting, but it can also feel unsettling. Some actors described feeling emotionally drained after certain scenes. Fear, sadness, and panic had to be reached quickly and repeatedly. Turning those emotions on and off is harder than it looks. When filming ends, those feelings do not always disappear right away. The show also uses practical effects mixed with visual effects. This means actors often had to react to things that were physically present, not imagined. Large props, loud machines, and strange movements created a sense of danger that felt real in the moment. The Demogorgon, for example, was sometimes represented by real structures or suits. These were heavy, loud, and uncomfortable to work around. Standing close to something large and moving unpredictably can trigger real fear, even when you know it is part of a show.
Another dark truth is the pressure to grow up fast. The success of the series changed lives quickly. Fame arrived suddenly. Expectations grew fast. Balancing normal life with global attention is not easy, especially while still developing emotionally. Social pressure, online attention, and public opinion became part of daily life. Every move felt watched, every mistake felt bigger. That weight does not disappear when cameras turn off. The emotional themes of the show also played a role. Loss, isolation, fear, and trauma are central ideas in Stranger Things. Spending months surrounded by these themes affects the mind. Living inside dark stories for long periods can change how the world feels. There were also moments of silence between takes, long waits and dark sets, quiet rooms, empty locations. These moments can feel heavier than loud action scenes. Silence allows thoughts to grow. Fear has more space in silence. The adult actors were not immune either. Playing fear in a realistic way means allowing yourself to feel vulnerable. Vulnerability is exhausting. It requires trust and emotional openness, which can be draining over time. Some scenes required actors to run repeatedly, long sprints, heavy breathing, physical exhaustion mixed with emotional intensity. This combination pushes the body and mind together, making recovery harder. The show's music and sound design also affected the mood during filming. Loud sounds, sudden noises, and deep tones were sometimes used on set. These sounds created tension even before editing. Fear was not added later, it started there. Even simple scenes became difficult because of repetition. Doing the same emotional moment many times can make it feel empty, but the expectation is always the same intensity. Maintaining that level requires discipline and mental strength. One of the most overlooked facts is how normal life had to pause. School, family time, and rest often took a back seat. Balance is hard when work demands everything. This imbalance creates stress that builds quietly. Despite all of this, the cast kept going, not because it was easy, but because commitment took over. Responsibility replaced comfort. Professionalism replaced fear. But that does not mean the experience was light. The darkness behind the scenes did not come from danger alone. It came from pressure, exhaustion, uncertainty, and emotional weight. These things are invisible on screen, but they shape every performance. That is why Stranger Things feels so real. The fear is not just acted. The tension is not just written. Much of it comes from people pushing through discomfort to tell a story. When you watch the series again, notice the quiet moments, the breathing, the hesitation, the tired eyes. These details come from real effort, real strain, and real emotion. The darkest fact of all may be this: great stories often require more than talent. They require endurance, and endurance always comes with a cost.